BioWare, RIP, yeah, true, good. They made the fucking shit game with Velhart. That was Velgard. It was very bad. It was very bad. The dialogue was so cringe. In my opinion, the dialogue was so cringe. The gameplay was nothing special, and it didn't really grip me. Yeah, it is a bad game, and it's such a shame for BioWare to start dying. They used to make great games. But this is what happens. You become so woke. You become so DEI infested. You're so concerned with the people's fuck knows identity. I don't even know what they're concerned with. But the only thing that they're not concerned with is making good games. So that's where you're gonna reach a problem. So it's sad to see a good company like BioWare slowly degrade into utter bullshit. But this is the way you learn, innit? Fuck 'em.
Don't say I didn't warn you guys when I said BioWare is screwed and most likely going down in flames.
Yeah.
We have our first official major loss at the studio in Sylvia Fekadikudi, a senior writer with the company for nearly
Mr. Carmo, how you doing, my brother?
years,
Hope you're having a good
officially
Sunday.
announced her departure and
chilling.
doesn't have a plan on what to do next, which should tell you all you need to know about what's going on at BioWare right now. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT.
What up, what up?
Massive loss for BioWare, a studio that is
15
undergoing
years,
quite
they
a
say.
bit of scrutiny and seems to be on a disastrous path towards destruction. And this is hot off the heels of me covering insiders who work at BioWare reaching out to me saying that
That's
internally there are talks right now of layoffs and massive concerns that they may not have their jobs come the new year
There'll be
or
a lot of
shortly
that.
after that.
Having a
That's
chill
how
Sunday,
bad
that's
it
the
is
way, my
there
brother. I'm
right
good.
now. So
Went to the
I
market
think it's
earlier.
safe to say that Dragon Age the Veilguard
It's freezing, though.
underperformed quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. Can't complain,
Hit that
father.
subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article breaking down how one of the lead writers of 15 years, Sylvia Fekadikudi, is leaving without anywhere to go. They're just up and
That's
saying,
sad. 15 years. She just said, fuck this shit, man. Time to move on. Probably can see a lot of dissent going on in that company, back of house. They're thinking, fuck this. Time to dip out, man. Hopefully another great company will scoop it up.
yeah, my time has come here. This isn't the place that it used to be. And yet another blow to the once magnificent and now very struggling ship called BioWare. Sylvia Fekadikudi, a senior writer of the company for 15 years, has officially announced her departure. This comes hot off the heels of the disastrous launch of Dragon Age the Veilguard, currently rumored from insiders contacting me, telling me that it has sold under 1.5 million copies in over 2 months of launch time, out of the expected 10 million sales in the first 3 months. I think it's pretty safe to say they're not getting anywhere close to that.
Nah.
Sylvia took to Blue Sky to let
The game's just a big L, like a big L, and they took a big loss in finances as well. So obviously there's going to be repercussions in the pipe, in the structure of the company. Everyone's going to get affected by the disaster that was Dragon Age. Took them ages to make it, all that money sink, and it ended up being shit, filled with these ideologies and this agenda that no one's really interested in. If it's implemented correctly, then yeah, but when it's forcefully put, it's bad. And the gameplay weren't even that good. I was not interested at all. I played a couple of hours, maybe 2-3 hours. No, some of the dialogue, oh my god.
Let everyone know that she isn't going to be long for this company anymore. Hey everyone, sorry I've been quiet on here. Was busy with a big decision, namely deciding to leave BioWare. I'll really miss working with everyone there, but after 15 years, it just feels like a good time for a break. If/when I've got something noteworthy lined up, I'll mention it here. So this should tell everybody exactly what they need to know about the current direction of BioWare and the employees' mindsets working there. Dragon Age the Veilguard was such an epic failure that one of the writers that's been there for over a decade, we're talking a decade and a half, after Veilguard launched and fell flat on its face, they're like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to start walking out the door because It's not going to be pretty
It's a
here.
shit show,
Then you pair
yeah.
that with saying that they don't have anything lined up, but they'll be sure to let you guys know when they do find something, tells you that they're jumping ship because they'd rather not work than deal with whatever the hell's going on at BioWare.
Yeah, she hasn't even secured a position in another job or anything like that. They've just decided to be like, you know what, I'm jumping. I'll even be unemployed. Fuck it, I'll live off my savings or whatever I can survive. But I will even be unemployed. Just get me out of this fucking door. This company is rancid. It must be sort of feeling like they've been there 15 years. What will it take for someone, 15 years?
BioWare internally right now. That's a big yikes. She later added, I'll go back to answering your questions/comments, thank you for them, before shutting the account down. It'll still just be slow, because I've left BioWare. There's likely a few things I can't answer now just because I can't look them up with certainty anymore. But a lot of questions I saw are fine.
Yeah.
So this strikes me as a very kind person that just wants the games to be
Yeah,
talked about.
played the
Someone
other
very
three.
passionate
Yeah,
about
I
what
remember playing
they work
Origins,
into.
and I think
This is someone that's
I remember playing Origins, and I think a little bit of the other one. What was it? Inquisition. It's nothing like them. It's nothing like them. No, not bloody. Not from what I saw. Not dark dialogue. The most harshest thing you could say is be direct. You could be direct with the NPC. There wasn't like there was fucked up dialogue in Origins. Like you could do some fucked up shit. And Mass Effect. But now they're just. Did BioWare make Mass Effect as well? I don't know.
started at BioWare during Mass Effect 2.
There you go.
Somebody that has a talent for story writing, and the entire tenure they've been there, they've seen BioWare's ship sink.
Yeah.
The fact that Fekete
Must
Cuddy
be.
is leaving without a plan or any kind of future prospects is extremely telling. She began her career at BioWare with Mass Effect 2 in 2010 and contributed to several high-profile titles while she was there, including Mass Effect 3, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Anthem, before returning to Dragon Age series for Veilguard. Her decision to leave the company comes amid increasing speculation that the game's underperformance could spell even further trouble for BioWare, as multiple insiders have contacted me directly with heavy layoffs potentially incoming very soon at BioWare. And hearing this tells me that this person doesn't want to be around.
Seeing as Kazuki, you say seeing as you've played the other three, I would play. You're a fan. I wasn't really much of a fan. I don't know if you're a fan, but you've played the other three. But I haven't really played. I didn't really know the story, and I thought, let me just try it. It's a great AAA title. It's a Dragon Age IP. But play it, and then you might like it.
To see it all go down. The Veilguard has been
The dialogue
widely
was unbearable
criticized
for me.
failing to meet both player and industry expectations, despite glowing reviews from a very heavily curated group of quote-unquote professional reviewers.
Obviously.
The game only saw a peak concurrent player count of 89,418
Yeah, it's bad. It's a sign.
on Steam.
It's bad.
And that has since plummeted to a meager 11,279 in the past 24 hours. That is about a 90% drop in player count in less than 2 months after launch. It's not
bad.
very
It's a big
sustainable
yikes.
for a company looking to sell a game
Big yikes.
for the long term. Despite the alarming decline that we could all see from far away,
And also, it's a massive sign as well. It's a bad game because it's a single-player game. Single-player games tend to have, if they're good, like say, Black Myth Wukong, when it came out, it had 2 million fucking players, some stupid shit like that. And then it's a single-player game. People clock the game, and then that's it. It drops off after a couple of months. That's regularly normal, but here it's a red flag when you see it's not even hitting 100k on launch. And the concurrent players is like just over 10k. Is 2 months later, it's bad. It's bad.
the game director, Kareem Bush, the man that's clearly displaying some serious
And this like this man here, and then all the other characters that developed the game, they'll blame the grifters, these so-called grifters, for the game's failure. Not the actual inadequacy of the game. It's the fans. They're just haters. Huh? No, the game's bad. It's just bad. We agreed.
mental health concerns while identifying and dressing up as a woman when they go into work, sidestepped questions about the game's sales performance.
I've got to make
when
a phone call in a
Eurogamer
bit.
asked him about the commercial response of sales, Bush said, Unfortunately, on the sales side, that's not something we can really discuss, but of course, as we know with Inquisition, that was a long burn to get those total sales numbers. Which I guess you could say is true, but at the same time, Inquisition was a very different story. Because people actually like that game, as opposed to the Veilguard, or overwhelmingly because of the inserted messaging and trans ideologies among.
There's a lot of that, and that's very, very off-putting. Body Skies is crazy. Top Surgery Skies is crazy. But that aside, the dialogue is very heavy on the LGBTQ side of things, and that's just not what I enjoy. That's not my thing, you know. So, and it's not the thing of the majority of people that are playing, so that's just what happens. They had a shot. They had a shot.
On a slew of other very questionable design choices, players are rejecting this wholeheartedly, saying, "No, I'd rather play other games."
That UI that you got to pop up is so silly. I know, it's so silly. Don't work for me.
Internal expectations for the Veilguard were quite ambitious, to say the least, with a rumored target of 10 million copies sold within the first 3 months by parent company EA. However, the game has only managed to sell under 1.5 million copies so far, according to this insider, and now is only expected to potentially cross 3 million sales lifetime, which would be falling drastically short of any kind of initial projections from EA. We're talking over 7 million short sales. That's not a great look. In light of the Veilguard's underwhelming performance, rumors of layoffs have begun to circulate. As I reported previously, the insider that recently contacted me revealed that the mood within BioWare is extremely grim. They stated, "There's rumors around the office that layoffs are on the horizon." The failure of Veilguard has prompted deep introspection within the company, as leadership has been scrambling to identify and address the root causes. It's pretty obvious to anyone with half a brain to figure out why Veilguard has sputtered, but the closer you get to the center, like I've said before, apparently the more blurry it becomes for the people actually working there. You know, the ones making these big decisions, thinking that this is what the public gamers actually want to play, and in reality, it's anything but. BioWare's struggles with the Veilguard are emblematic of broader issues plaguing the company, from misaligned leadership to a gigantic disconnect with their previously established core audience. The studio of BioWare has repeatedly stumbled. Many fans of the series and big-time YouTube personalities like Endymion and Hypnotic have criticized the prioritization of identity politics over engaging storytelling and meaningful gameplay. And it doesn't just stop with...
It's a no-brainer, man. Meaningful stories and great gameplay is the number one thing. Great gameplay, even more than the meaningful shit. If it's got great fucking gameplay, you could just be doing anything. Beep, pop, 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 beep, beep, beep. You could be doing that, but it's great gameplay, doesn't matter. You could be looking at pixels, dots on the screen. If it's great gameplay, doesn't matter. So great gameplay, and then if you great writer, an intriguing story, fucking hell, you're off to the moon. But when you start doing thing that the masses not really driving with, it's gonna be an utter failure.
With YouTubers saying this, it's the gamers themselves. Even if they don't have a voice on a platform, they are taking to comment sections and message boards and just saying, "Hey, this isn't what I signed up for. I don't want ideologies injected into my fantasy role-playing games."
Yeah,
I've even personally been pointing out that
no one needs pronouns in a fantasy fucking role-playing game. They're fucking dragons and elves and shit. The fuck you need a they them for? What the fuck are you doing? It's ridiculous. It's like forcefully inputting the agenda. It's bullshit.
Comments about being trans,
and so it will be rejected. Sorry. DEI detected. Money rejected.
Are a primary example of the misplaced focus going on with the game. He even stated, "Being trans shaped everything about who I am." And while
so it shaped everything about who they are, and so it shapes everything about what they touch. It shapes everything about what they speak, everything they think. That's all they are. Fuck. It's a shallow person, that is. Shallow person. And a person like that in charge of a supposed creative studio, are you going to have a lot of shit coming out of that? Because it's all going to be centered around them and their struggles and the way they see the world is fucked. Not great storytelling.
is important, I'd argue that the statements like that one, alongside the game's lackluster narrative and technical issues, highlight a much deeper problem. BioWare has lost touch with what made them a great game company to begin with, making games that resonate with audience in the first place. The sales took a massive blow, and now the company is eroding, with a massive figurehead leaving on their own accord, without any kind of plans of what to do for themselves in the future.
Just said, fuck this,
they
I'm
just
leaving.
want to abandon ship before it sinks. Makinakati's departure genuinely feels like a significant turning point for BioWare. After dedicating 15 years of her life to the company, her decision to leave speaks volumes about the state of the studio as is. Combined with the Veilguard's abysmal performance and rumored layoffs, it's hard to ignore all the signs that BioWare may be crumbling right in front of our eyes under its own weight, becoming yet another gravestone in the EA graveyard.
Gone. Look, remember these certain names there that you look at and go, fuck, you know, remember that Westwood Studios? Ah, okay, now. Gone to the wind.
Of companies purchased
Camelot.
just to go out and die. And maybe this is me just giving a preemptive RIP to BioWare, but it feels like everything is pointing to that. And the next Mass Effect, if we even get that far, may be the last gasp. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out smashjt.com for the full article. I will link it in the description below. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
And Sylvia Fekitukuti. They're both writers on Mass Effect 2 and 3.
I was only Mass Effect 3. I did some Mass Effect 2 DLC, but ME3 is my first big game.
That's it, another one bites the dust. She's gone, she's done a runner. Good on her. Maybe it'll be good she find a different position in a better company. That'd be better for her. The thing is, on Steam the reviews are mostly positive. Yeah, it's false, bro. Trust me, they cooked that. And I remember when it first came out as well, it was like you would you know, when you go on the page of it. Let me see. Oh, where's the search bar? Let's see. When you searched it, I remember when it first came, look at its drop price already. When I first searched it, it said overwhelmingly like this. It said mostly positive. And it had maybe about 2k reviews. And when I went to check the reviews, all the ones at the top were all fucking. They're all like this. They were all red, and it was all red. I'm like, aha. Where's the overwhelmingness in this? So you can already see it's cooked. But it's bad, man. And like, even if you see SteamDB, which is the best place to see an idea, I should have just typed in Veilguard. You can have a look. Yeah. Can sort of see. It's bad. Look. You could sort of kind of get a breakdown. It's right there, a bit there. It's there. 61. But give it a shot. I would give it a shot. If you've played it before, I'd give it a shot. How much is it here? Is it even on here? It is. Oh no, that's DLC. Oh, why they only got? Nah, man, they haven't got it, bro. They've only got fucking £54.99. Why is it that expensive? They had it here 40 quid, but it's out of stock. On Steam, it's cheaper. How much is it on Steam? We just saw it. £32.50. Go for it. Yeah, full price. Go for it. Give it a try. You probably love it. You probably go, this guy's talking shit. What's everyone talking about? This game's fantastic. It's just not for me, probably. But this UI thing is fucking silly. You got to pop up a thing to do the fucking things, and it's like, oh. Yeah, nah, not for me, that one. That one there, it's not for me, that one. No, I've tried it, it's bad.